Hi guys, it's Pure Gamer, and today we are going to be doing a YouTube video basically based on so basically the DLCs that I want to see before GTA ends, the online ends now. We don't know how long is going to be left of online. Red Dead comes out this year in June, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I know it comes out this year. I know isn't going to kill GTA Online because Red Dead isn't for everyone, and there isn't going to be flying cars, flying horses, or anything like that in this video. So, in this video, or in this Red Dead, there will not be any flying horses. Let me just make that sure there will be no flying horses involved in this video. I don't think so anyway, unless someone wants. So, basically, the DLCs that I want to see are basically. Now, if I can get pictures of things on the screen, then I will. So you'll have to bear with me with my amazing editing skills that you've seen before. So bear with me. Now, the first thing I want to see is the Bahama Mamas or other nightclubs open. Now, I think just having them open for us to go in would be really cool, because I know we have the Vanilla Unicorn, but that's not a nightclub, is it? Basically, what I want to see is being able to go into the nightclubs. I don't mind if you have to pay, like, I don't know, some money at the door, I don't mind. Or we can just walk in, just like the Vanilla Unicorn, and go in and just relax, drink, sit down, maybe have a VIP area. Or you could buy like a membership for a VIP area. Now I know buying a VIP membership is a bit odd. Or you could just go into the VIP area and have a really cool layout. Now, something that could come with that DLC is being able to own nightclubs. So let's say you own a nightclub, and basically you would then hire the staff, like the bartenders and the security, and have people to pick up loads, and you'd have to make sure the money was coming in and keep the money high up, and you'd maybe host parties and things like that. And then you could like make sure that you're getting enough alcohol and supplies and things like that. And you could obviously have your illegal businesses going on, like you dealing on the floor, because obviously this game is based on illegal businesses. You could work around like that if you really wanted to. And the nightclubs could be a big money-making scheme, but also a really fun and unique way, because obviously we've just had the Doomsday DLC a little while ago, but that was different from basically everything we've had so far as being business updates, basically. All doing the same thing, import, export, all that type of stuff, they've all been the same. You've always had to just get one crate or one car to one place to another. That's all it's ever been. But the Doomsday brought heists, so maybe we're going to start getting new DLCs, different ideas that would be really cool. Instead of going back to the DLC that everyone keeps going on about, Evil Sin, basically be the same as every other, like the bunker and basically the facility is the only place that we've had for a while it's actually allowed us to not have to do supplies and things like that. So that's cool, that's good, that's what I like. So I don't know whether we'll get a naval DLC, but imagine a nightclub DLC. I wouldn't mind getting picking up and dropping things off and things like that for that. But you could also hire crew, so like you could go and attack another nightclub thing, but you couldn't do it all the time. But you could go in as a mission and attack someone else's nightclub, a bit like the yacht. When you attack the yacht, you could set up a thing where someone then gets an invite to come and attack your nightclub, and you have to defend your nightclub, and your security have to defend it. Now, your security AI, so also you'd want yourself and your own crew members or your mates involved to help protect the thing. Obviously, they would get some money or supplies or whatever they were going mainly back and getting in hand. It would be really cool. I think just new ideas would be cool, because imagine you having a VIP area and you're the nightclub owner, you have like an office, have all the office facilities and all that, and then you can have the business idea implemented into it while owning the nightclub and hiring security. It just reminds me a bit of The Godfather 2 that was on the Xbox 360, where you hired people to look after your rackets. Now that would be cool if you could do that. That would just be brilliant. That would be my ideal sort of DLC. Now, the next type of DLC would be, everyone keeps going on about it, and I think it would be really cool, a cop versus crooks DLC, where you could be a cop or a crook. Now, I know people go, well, that doesn't work if you're a cop and you have all these illegal businesses. You could be a corrupt cop. So, like, you do your illegal businesses, but you still have access to all the FBI vehicles and for them, because I think the really cool unmarked FBI vehicle and the SUVs and the FBI Buffalo, they're really cool, and I don't get why we can't have them, or just the normal plain marked cars, why we can't have them in our garages and have a DLC where you get a load of FBI outfits where you have like your ID around your neck, or like have your ID on your holsters, and have holsters for your guns and things like you see on the game. When you go into like your facility, you occasionally see the IA agents in your base with holsters and badges and things like that. I just think that'd be a really cool thing to add to the game. And can you imagine you're not arresting players, but you get objectives. So remember GTA 4, you used to go into the car, the Buffalo, and you could you press LB when you stopped, and you get a whole menu of wanted players. Well, maybe you could have that with online, have wanted players where you had to go and take them out and kill them or arrest them. But it could also be IA. You go across AI, I mean, and you go and get a player, and like one of these people walking around the street, and you just go after them. I think that would be really cool. New, and it's not because it'd be actually kind of to see do like role play bounty hunters and things like that, and FBI roleplay would be really cool. And I just think it's something I've always wanted in the game since I first got that like picture. If I can get it on the screen, I will. Where you had like the list of the cars and the prices, and you even had the lifeguard car. Can you imagine that? How cool that would be, a lifeguard patrol. Wouldn't need mods then, would you? It would also help rock people with mods all the time, because they'd have the C-modded thing you almost have. The next DLC I reckon would be really cool would be a street racing one. One where we can actually fully customize the cars and get like, there's all sorts of cars. Just really cool. Because there's actually been a concept, hasn't there? Where, it's basically you're a little street racer, and then you start building up your empire of street racing and getting better and better, and you just win more races, and you do pink slips. Because I think pink slips would be really cool, and obviously Rockstar would struggle to probably control it, because people would just go, oh, I'm a modder, I've got like hundreds of $1 million, I'll let you win a race and you can sell that car and just keep doing it. I think if they did pink slips in a way that had a cooldown, and you got the car, but they controlled it so there was cooldown, so you couldn't just keep doing it all the time. Or if you could do it every time, they maybe monitored your account to make sure you weren't just letting the person win. I don't know how they would do it, but there's got to be some sort of way. Now, I guess maybe you could win every race, but the only thing is with pink slips, obviously you would need lots more customization to make your car different to someone else's car. So maybe they had the decals and different stuff they could get. A bit like Forza, where you've got all like the whole carbon fibers and the interior. You can put like carbon fiber, or you could put like chrome blue on. Make that sort of customization with the decals and all sorts, and maybe have lots more customization for each car. Maybe utilize Benny's more. Benny's could be our place to go, or it could be just the normal LS Customs, or because they've got enough bases and like warehouses and hangars and things like that, utilize your own. You have your own mod shops. It's a bit like Fast and Furious, where they have their own sort of garages to go. So you buy a garage and you can fully customize it yourself. You buy a mechanic. Rockstar would make a lot of money through shark cars. That's what you got to remember. Rockstar are going to do a DLC that knows it's going to make them millions. That's why I always wonder why they never do these DLCs. But sometimes you think, hang on a minute, this police DLC that we just talked about a minute ago would make you million. This DLC now, the Tuners DLC, would be really cool, because can you imagine having loads of street races going on? You know how you have the impromptu races in this now? Well, you could do that, but with pink slips. Or you can actually have it where Rockstar control it. They could have it where you do it on an actual race, but it's sort of set up races so you don't really realise that you're in a controlled environment, because it's a drag race with the rest of the road traffic going on. So I think that'd be really cool. You get cops after you, get loads of different, pit maneuvers, them trying to stop you. Maybe every now and then police come to your sort of like warehouse hangar thingy, and you have to get out and drive away as fast as you can. You have street racing rivals, basically like Need for Speed, because Need for Speed's a big selling game and people like that. But can you imagine this mixed with Need for Speed, how cool that would actually be? And again, Rockstar want money, so they're gonna buy shark cards. They want people to buy shark cards, so these type of DLCs are gonna be expensive. But if people like the DLCs, they don't care if they're expensive. A bit like gun running kind of DLC, so they didn't mind things were too expensive. But then it also got ridiculous. Some stuff like the laser and things like that. I don't think that was gun running. And obviously the DLC, but that's what I mean. Ridiculous prices. People don't then really associate that DLC with being good. They have to be careful. That's why they have to make a good DLC each time, and then add expensive content, because people then don't mind buying it. Then the next thing is, maybe they could do is utilize some more of the houses. Now, obviously you've got your mansions and your yachts, penthouses. Well, you haven't got mansions, you've got still homes that are as close as we've got to mansions at the moment. You've got your yachts, your penthouse and everything. Why couldn't they utilize some of the mansions? Because some of the mansions, oh, they look really nice, and there's loads of them. So let's say they added 20 in, or 30, or maybe just 15 or 12. I don't mind how many they add in, but if they added some. Now, as you'll see in the background now, while I'm talking, if you look at each one, they're all different with details. Now, I know the Playboy Mansion, obviously probably will never be one we could buy, but if they could, that would be the most expensive. And I think that would be something maybe they added near the end, or if they added it, it would be like the legendary one where you had to like unlock something. You maybe did a heist or a mission to unlock it. But as you can see now, I'm driving around and some of these mansions are just massive, got whole different interiors to them, they're unique, there's just complete difference, there's nothing the same about them. They're all different and have their own style. They all have electric gates or push gates that you open, and they all just have garages and interiors that you could use. Yeah, let's say you have a 4-car garage in one of them, but maybe you could have a 6-car garage, because some of the mansions do have interiors, as we've seen when we do the Deluxo. You go to a house and they have. Now, the next DLC I'd say we could do is have. Now, we've had a military themed DLC, haven't we? But I just think maybe they should add more military clothing. So maybe you could actually go and work with the military for a bit, because we've worked for the IAA, so maybe the IAA give us a contract to work for the proper military in the base, and then you get proper military clothing, so you could actually look like a proper military person. Because I know people said in gun running, oh, we're going to get all these cool outfits of like proper military clothing. We didn't really get anything gun running. It was a bit poor. So what I recommend for Rockstar to do, add more military clothing, proper body armor, because I know we've got some really cool body armor, but one with pouches with ammunition in, things that look realistic, because that's what people like about this game, seeing the realistic or cool things that they can do with the game, not just keeping it plain and boring. Now, another thing they could do with that DLC is maybe add stuff to the military base that we can access, because I know you can buy a hangar, because I've bought a hangar in the military base. Can't go upstairs into the watchtower. Now, wouldn't it be cool if they had some sort of mission where it then unlocks? You can then go into that military base and use the equipment in there. You have free access to it because you've helped out the military base. Just like the IAA, you know, they help you and all that. So why can't the military get a contract from the IAA so we can then go and help them? I just think that would be really cool. Now, one of the last DLCs I think would be cool is probably a heist DLC. Now, I know we've had 2 heist DLCs now altogether. We've had the original heists, 4 or 5 heists altogether. You had, basically you had a good selection and you had some nice cash making methods, and there's lots of different ways to make cash with that. You just made either got a team on and did it that way and had mates, or you did it with one friend or just on your own and got loads of randoms. Now, that is, when it came to the Doomsday DLC, you just had to have another person and then you could do it. Now, I think that'd be really cool if they added some more heists. What they did instead is they added heists that were like matched to the single player. Now, because I know single player kind of is matched to online now, because people keep going on about it on this game now, that would make references to online to single player, so it matches. So around about the same time. So wouldn't it be cool if we got to do the last heist finale and got to actually do, you know, instead of having, oh, we picked this person, let's say they picked you instead on the heist board, or like, you know, a single player where you pick the people. Wouldn't it be cool if they picked you as an online character, and then you and maybe 4 or 5 different friends can go in with Michael, Franklin, and Trevor and rob the last, do the last heist basically and make millions. Because I just think that'd be a really cool feature to add. But obviously with that, then you would want to buy expensive stuff that could then bring the missions and more cars. Maybe even bring, well, stuff like actually owning some of the towers. Like, we have an FBI. If we want a police DLC, wouldn't it be cool if we had access to the FBI building? But what happens if you could own the FBI building or own things? Own businesses like warehouses, and you know how on single player you have like you can buy things. So you can buy the cinema and businesses and nightclub. You can actually build. You can actually not build, buy a nightclub, but you can't access it or do anything with it. Pretty rubbish. But imagine if you could buy things like that with the money that you've made from the last heist, and buy like towers and, you know, like see the Tinsel Tower and the Eclipse Tower you can see there now. What happens if you could buy that and rent out property? Yeah, you make like $300 every game day from one person, but say you had a lot of money and you're able to buy more apartments. Maybe you're making 100 grand, you're making a couple of million, but because you've done that last heist, you're already earning, you already have millions. So I just think it'd be cool to add some features like that where you have your own way of making cash instead of doing these heists or jobs, because I know this is why I'm doing a rags to riches videos, because there is loads of ways of making cash. Sometimes they can get boring. So what I've decided is what I want in the next DLCs is ways to make money. So maybe the heist finale, or own a nightclub that makes you a lot of money, or maybe it's to buy and rent properties to people, and here's to build things. Maybe get into the stock market. Now I know the stock market people saw when the game was first set up with the trailer, and people were going mental. I don't think that's ever going to come, but imagine if they did something like that. There's people going on about a car sort of thing where you could sell your car, a bit like eBay cars. But again, you would need my sort of idea with the tuners where you use your decals and you have unique customization to each car and things like that. That makes the car different to everyone else, because everyone else has the same customization as you. What happens if you unlock certain customizations during races that you did on the Street Racing Tuner DLC? So that's my idea, guys, for the DLCs. I think my favourite one of them all is either the FBI one, you know, like the police DLC, where we get the outlaws, criminals and outlaws and things like that, versus the police, or the nightclub DLC, because I think owning that type of business would be a cool idea, and I don't think it would be repetitive. You should basically have different things that you buy, whether it's illegal stuff for your nightclub dealers to do, or have parties, host parties there, or open a nightclub with a VIP area, or own multiple nightclubs, instead of just having the boring vanilla club, unicorn vanilla, or whatever it's called. So I'm gonna end this video here, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, press the notification button down below for instant notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video for the next part of Rags to Riches, and I'll see you guys in the next time.